Hello YouTube, Joseph Kirkman here, and welcome back with my episode 9 reaction to Level 2 Cheat. I've made my thoughts perfectly clear on this series so far. There were two things I am still disappointed that the anime is not showing, because I cannot stress enough for anyone that's an anime only. Read the light novels. You will not be sorry. There are two things the anime left out, and I've pointed this out now ever since we had Hiya versus the Malnios, 2 episodes ago? But whatever, they added in a scene that I'm glad is there, but I'm still very cautious about the future of this series. Because whenever they're like, oh yeah, it's a light novel adaptation, I go, sure, but most of this flows like the manga version. And I hope I'm not the only one that has read this series before going into this and has noticed it's not exactly what I would call a light novel adaptation so far. So I really hope they don't screw up volume 3 and 4. But at the moment, that looks like it's not even going to be this season anymore. And my prediction is now wrong. And I don't even know what to expect in this episode. They skipped over a chapter, which might be this episode. The Masked Wolf of Justice. We still have Uegarde's rebellion against the throne, and Fleo forming his own general store, which becomes his occupation for the whole rest of the franchise, and their trip to a hot spring. Yeah, those are the only big things left in Volume 2, aside from maybe more of Suya and the gold-haired douche canoe, or finally showing us the Shadow King. He has loyal subordinates underground for his dark underground empire of sorts. Oh yeah, there's that moment with Gozel and Balirosa, which keeps fueling the relationship forward until it gets to Volume 4. But whatever, apparently we're not going to set up most of this. They better know what they're doing in terms of adapting stuff, because I really don't want this anime to follow the manga story. That's what the manga is there for, to be a different story, apparently. We don't want that version adapted. But do they ever ask the opinion of the readers? No, of course not. This is how we end up in Shield Hero Season 2 situations. But enough of that. This is episode 9. See you in the post-episode discussion. We'll see how this goes. And cut. Okay, post-episode discussion time. There's nothing even to say. I enjoyed the episode. I made all my comments on the episode in the reaction itself. I'm looking forward to, once again, what's to come. I actually kind of predicted that it felt off last week that they skipped over a whole chapter of Volume 2. But now I know why they wanted to dedicate all of the next episode to the chapter they skipped, and then more setup for what is to come. I like what they did, which is weird because they could have just went chronologically and it still would have made sense. So I don't know why they made the change to move content from one chapter forward in time and swapped out where it should be. It's fine. I've already pointed out that this was a really good adaptation. And I keep finding that, there's nothing for me to talk about. Most of the details are there. If I bring up anything, it would probably be like a fun fact kind of thing. And except for the 2 scenes that were either altered or not there, I will keep encouraging people, read the end of Volume 1, because if you want to know what happened to the Grand Magus of Midnight, read the volume. Because I don't think the anime or manga have that scene. There's actually a warning in the light novel about content about it, so that's probably why. But I am serious. Okay? Nothing else left to say. Can't wait for the next episode. This show is actually a really good anime adaptation, although I kind of wish it had more than 12 episodes, so I kind of have to hope and pray that we get a Season 2. I hope we will. It's doing pretty well for itself. Nothing left to say. because we finally at the point with Yue Garde staging a coup and the Masked Wolf of Justice and setting up that whole thing that's going to become a big deal for the rest of the series. Long term. So, nothing much left to say. See you all in next week's episode, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.